everybody, welcome to Vlogmas Day 16. We're home in Texas and we had a safe flight. It was easier than on the way there. We had a little bit more comfortable seating, so that was great. And I feel fine, honestly. We had a hard time staying up last night. I think we went to bed at 7, but I woke up at 11 p.m. Texas time, which is 6 a.m. Germany time, thinking, oh, it's time to start the day, but no. So I forced myself to go back to sleep, and we actually slept till maybe 3:30 a.m. and then started the coffee because, yeah, there was no going back to bed after that. So there's a 7-hour time difference between Dallas and Berlin. So I think tonight, though, I'll be able to stay up until, at least 9, maybe. And so I'll get a little bit more normal sleep. But yeah, I feel fine. So yeah, all good. So I wanted to tell you a little bit more about my yarn shop visits in Berlin. I went to a store called Knit Knit. So I'll post some pictures at the end and talk about that. But first I wanted to show you some of the goodies we got at the Christmas markets. So they were all packed up in a bag, for traveling. So I didn't want to take any of them out. And as I'm saying that, I'm remembering that I didn't grab day 16 advent calendar. So I'll go upstairs and do that in a minute. Yeah, so we bought this beautiful nativity scene, and it's, it's so cool because in all the Christmas markets, everything's made in Germany. I feel like here in the United States, if you go somewhere and you buy a souvenir, often it is not made in the United States. So I was so pleased to see that everything was made either locally or at least in Germany. So this just had a very Scandi vibe to me, but it was made in Germany, handmade in Germany. Ferrum is the name of the company, and I will put it in the show notes. And so this is called the Small Silhouette. Things are priced accordingly because they're handmade and solid wood. So the cool thing about this is, and I put in the little votive, but the little figurines come out, and the back of this is magnetic, and they all stick on the back. So it's super easy to put away and store. But oh my goodness, they had much bigger ones. This is a small one, like I said. So they had a medium and a large. And then they also sold the shelves that these can sit on if you want to display them on the wall. So that was cool. We're just going to put it on. We have the little sideboard over there. And yeah, so we didn't buy that. But anyway, I just thought it was beautiful, and it's very, very well made. So yeah, that was one of the things we bought. We actually bought, and I heard people call them pyramids. So in the middle of the Christmas markets, there's usually a large one of these, and the fan on the top is spinning. And we bought a little Christmas ornament with a nativity scene in it. Now this one doesn't have candles, so it doesn't spin, but if anyone knows the name of this thing, pyramid just sounds odd to me, but perhaps that's what it is. So we actually bought 2 pyramids, quote unquote, for our daughters with nativity scenes. And so you put the 4 candles in, and the convection of the heat from the candles causes the convection in the air, and then it causes the little fan to spin. And oh, the one we unpacked this morning for my middle daughter and her son really, really spun quite fast. So it was really, really cool to see. So I'm excited to deliver the other one this afternoon. So anyway, this was our ornament. We have on our tree many ornaments from, usually when we go anywhere, we try to buy an ornament. So it's fun to decorate the tree and reminisce about where we've been. So this is we bought this in Berlin. Yeah, this is our Berlin, Germany ornament. So in Dresden, we saw, and there were lots of pottery type items. There were a lot of garlic graters, garlic and ginger graters, which looked really cool. I didn't buy one, but they're like a ceramic dish, and they're they're rough in the middle, and so you just scrape a clove of garlic over them and it makes a nice puree, or you can use it for ginger. I thought about buying one, I didn't, but we really liked these items. This was in a Dresden Christmas market, and so this is a candle holder, and then I bought this for my mom. It's just a little votive candle holder. This is like a taper candle holder. So, you know, we couldn't buy too much. Number one, we just had no room in our suitcases, so we had to buy a bag at a store and just bring home whatever we could fit in that bag. And, you know, nothing could be too breakable because we had some cardboard boxes and things. So anyway, I'm really, really pleased with I want to put the sheet back. I'm really pleased with our nativity scene. It's just really sweet and minimalistic, you know, kind of Scandi. I don't know where to put, I don't know if I should make it symmetrical or not, but anyway, so excited to get that. What else? Oh, it was my daughter's birthday shortly after Thanksgiving here in the United States. And so I told her I wanted to get her a gift in Germany. So I bought these at another Christmas market. They're just small gold discs. They're actually sterling silver and gold plated, but really simple, but beautiful. They're sort of, I don't know what the proper word would be, but they're sort of textured. And yeah, I think she'll really, really like those. So we got those for her birthday, and these were handmade in Germany by the woman who was selling them. So that was really, really fun. Okay, so back to the yarn shop. So the yarn shop is called Knit Knit Berlin, and you can go to their website, knitknit.de. And I was able to, somehow the browser figured out I wasn't in Germany anymore and converted to English. So you can view the website in English and see the various kinds of yarns that they have. It's a small shop in a really, really nice neighborhood. They have their own yarn produced by Lana Grossa for them called Woohoo, and it comes in 200-gram cones and 50-gram balls, I think. And it's a worsted weight, 100% merino. I think the the gist of it is that, you know, you can knit up a garment fairly quickly, and with the 200-gram cone, you only need maybe 3 cones to make a sweater. So they have patterns on their website and kits and things. They do sell some Sandnes garn. They have other products from Lana Grossa. They have, I looked at their website right before I started filming. Yeah, they have their own Woohoo brand. And anyway, I'll put the link below so you can check out the shop, and I'll put some pictures at the end. And, you know, you can kind of see the layout. I did make a purchase there. They do sell Cardiff Classic Cashmere. Now, if you follow podcasts, you know, it's kind of a podcast darling, I guess. And it's half the price in Europe as it is in the States to have it shipped. So I bought some. I don't know, I was feeling like this very Scandi vibe. And the first one I picked out is this natural color. This is undyed, and they come in 50-gram balls, and they were 15 euros. So I thought that was pretty good. So I bought that color. I bought this blue color, and the red one fell on the floor. Bought this really, really pretty red. So yeah, total Scandi vibes. And I wasn't sure what I was going to make with it. I did buy 2 balls of the natural. I kind of wish I'd bought 3, but I didn't. Like I said, I wasn't sure what I was going to make with it. And I mentioned in a previous video how happy I was for all of my woolly layers. Well, you know, I brought 2 scarves, and, you know, they were great, but a really, really close-fitting, tall cowl would have been just fantastic to have under my coat. Something that comes up really high that you can pull over your nose and your mouth if you need to, cover your chin. So I thought, okay, well, I will make a cowl. So I started looking at patterns on Ravelry, and I didn't want a loose cowl. Anyway, I came across this pattern. It's by Diana Walla, who used to work at Espace Tricot. She doesn't anymore. I think she moved to Norway. And she has some patterns of her own, but this pattern is a free pattern. It's called the Stoneham Poncho. And it's not a typical poncho, what I think of when I see poncho, but more like a cowl with sort of a shrug, and it's got a split hem, you can call it a hem, across the shoulders. And it's something I think that's easy, that you could wear underneath a coat. It's not restrictive at all. And I think I can make it, I can make it as long as yarn allows. I actually do have a skein of Cardiff cashmere. I don't know where I bought it. I only bought one skein or one ball because I must have bought it in the States and it was expensive. I just thought, oh, I'll make a Sophie scarf or something. But it's kind of a light gray. So if I can work that into the pattern somehow and I want to make the poncho a little bit longer, I can do that. If not, I can maybe order another ball of the natural online. But this is what I have so far. And I happen to have size 4 needles with me on the trip. So I did some of this in Germany and on the airplane. So you start off with, there's 2 sizes, like a small medium and a medium large. So I cast on the small medium, I think 112 stitches and 2x2 rib. And then you switch to the size 6 needles to start the color work section. So I actually had to buy a set of needles in another yarn shop that I'll talk about in another day. I went to 2 more yarn shops, so 4 in all in Berlin. It was just, I have a really, really great story to tell about one of them. So, which was on the Friday, I guess, before we left. But yeah, I'm really loving this. This yarn is incredible. It is so soft. I haven't come across any knots or anything. It's like knitting with little strands of cloud. It's just incredibly soft. It almost feels like a blown yarn. It's so soft. It is, though, loosely plied, 100% cashmere. It's definitely got some fuzz and a little bit of a halo already. It will probably pill because generally soft yarn does, but that's fine with me, so I can just depill it. But I'm excited to have this garment. I'm excited to have something I consider to be beautiful and functional. So yeah, just thinking more about that whole, fashion thing, as a craft, it's making something that's fashionable, but also making things that are useful. And then, this whole idea of craft. So anyway, super interesting. Yeah, I guess that's all I have to share today. I will go upstairs and come back and grab the day 16 advent calendar, and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Before I open this, we also bought, and I just remembered because I walked under it and I'll insert a picture, but we bought one of these stars that are everywhere. There's paper stars, there's plastic stars, small stars, big stars, battery operated, ones that you plug into a socket. Anyway, we bought a white plastic one that I put together this morning. It's got 25 little spikes. They look like spikes. Like, I'm not sure what the word would be. Anyway, I put it together this morning and we hung it upstairs so we can kind of see it from every room in our house. And I only had like colored washi tape, so I taped the little cord to the ceiling. I'll have to get some white washi tape so it's not quite so obvious, but it came with a little timer and an on-off switch, so I'm really excited. My friend Anya, who lives in Germany, she has one in her home, and so it just reminds me of her house. So I'm really thrilled to have that. So yeah, let's get to day 16 of the advent calendar. If you've been following along, this is from Twice Sheared Sheep. And oh, this is one of those. And I have to laugh because honestly, this would be super useful for me. It's a little snap cord organizer. And you put the small cables, the medium cables, large and extra large, just to snap around your cords, cables, needles, etc., to organize them by length or by size before placing in your bag or storage solution. So I have a really thrown together needle organization system. It's in a binder. I have these plastic envelopes, but I have one of the envelopes has all of my ChiaoGoo cords in it, but they're all together. And so there's like the micro cords and the small and the medium and the large cords. So it'd be handy to have these. So I'm excited. This is very useful. Thank you. Yeah, so as you can imagine, I got home, there is absolutely nothing in the refrigerator. You know, we have stuff in the pantry. I had no oat milk for my coffee this morning, which was super disappointing, especially at, 4 a.m. So my husband and I went to go get something to eat and then go to the grocery store. I am doing lots of laundry. I probably wore 2/3 of what I brought, which wasn't awful. I definitely could have brought fewer things. I think I didn't anticipate that it would be quite so cold. So I had to wear some of the things I brought multiple times just to stay warm. So just to have enough layers to stay warm. So in hindsight, I could have brought more tights and things that I wore underneath my jeans. But yeah, had enough clothes. So all good. Happy to be home. Happy to have slept in my own bed last night. And to, have food in the fridge. I think I'm going to make some lentil soup. I have lots of German recipes that I'd like to make, just remembering some of the meals that we had while we were there. So anyway, we had the best time, as you know, and I will see you on day 18.